Salvete plurimum! Nomen mihi est Magister Craft. It's Magister Craft here, Mr. Craft. Greetings, everyone. Gonna be doing this video for you all in English. It is a special video because I'm gonna be showing to you all a build that got Magister Craft started, I guess, in the first place. I've done a video of this recently, uploaded at about the same time as this one, in Latin, but that was for Latin teachers, language learners. This video, on the other hand, is going to be a little bit more, so for English-speaking people, or for those who don't use Latin as their primary means of communication, and so I can give you guys a little bit more detail information as I give you a walkthrough of the house. So as the video said, this is going to be the house of the Mosaic Atrium. I'm not standing next to it just yet. I'll get there in a second. The house of the Mosaic Atrium is found in Ercolano, which is a town not terribly far from Pompeii and really close to Mount Vesuvius. So when you... oh, by the way, of course, as you also saw, no doubt, in the description there, there is a download of this world. So you can come in and visit all the things and interact with all the people that you like. Sorry about the shaders; they interact poorly with some of those, but you can still see it down there in the text box at the bottom. Eek! I hate rats. Well, anyways, so I've given you roughly the front street, a portion, anyways. Of the street running in front of the house of the Mosaic Atrium, which is this house here. When you come into the world, you'll be greeted by Magister Craft. And remember to click on people, because I've put in text for them. So there's dialogue. You can interact with everyone to a certain extent. Some people have more dialogue than others, but just explore. Any NPC that you see, click on them, see what they've got. All right. So guys, here we are. This is the Falques. By the way, you really need to be checking out all of the images available online if you want to see how all of this really looked. So much of this is still in immaculate condition, or well, maybe immaculate is a bit of a stretch, but I guess all things considered, immaculate. We could just say it's in really good condition. How about that? So here's the Falques. And in coming off of the Falques, we have two rooms. This one is what I'm calling cella, but if you do some research, you'll find that they thought this was probably a latrina, so a toilet, and maybe there was one here, so I put like a little bucket there to represent that. But I thought the space was kind of big, and maybe too big for just a bathroom, so I went ahead and got a fellow over here taking a nap, and included some various things. There are some stairs. This house was not built as one. There are evidently multiple houses that were eventually combined into one before it eventually was sealed with the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. So there are some stairs leading to a wall. I'll try to point things out like that. There aren't too many visible remnants, anyways, to us, like those stairs there of the other floors, of the other floor plans for the other houses. But well, let's go over here. Here is the cucina, the kitchen here. I've got somebody cooking up something for us. We do have the stoves still there today. Of course, much everything else is obviously is not there. But here's your cucina. This is the domina of the house, the lady in charge, standing here, and she's gonna, if we just walk past her, we're gonna go into the atrium. This is the atrium, and this is the Mosaic Atrium. Pretty close to what is actually in this. This is the room, of course, that gives the house its name, the house of the Mosaic Atrium. You've got your impluvium with some water in there. You got your compluvium. Got a gentleman here waiting to speak with the master of the house back there. By the way, I'm using Conquest Reforged texture pack, mod pack, and they've included, as you can see, a lot of really great Roman features. They don't have everything because I guess primarily they work for, they do medieval things, but they do a lot of Roman things, and they added these recently, which is fantastic. These little terracotta lamps, and then of course all of the wall paintings, so nice. So the atrium then takes us over here to the tablinum, although this tablinum is an Egyptian one, so it's going to be called an oikus, O-E-C-U-S, oikus. And this oikus, so it's oblong, as you can see here, and then there is a second story with windows. Hey, there's somebody up there. We should go check that out when you download the map. So yeah, this is going to be the space for the dominus, as you can see here. This is the dominus here. Now he's avoiding me. I guess he's offended by something I said earlier. But anyways, he's got a straight view back towards the front of the house, right across the atrium. He can see who's waiting for him there. See that his wife is controlling things at the door, I suppose, today anyways. And then you've got a fella here with whom he is speaking, and he tells me, can't talk to you right now. I'm speaking to the patron of the house, the patronus. Bene. Let's keep moving. So we got a nice long hallway here. 2 stories. There's a second story up there. We'll go up there a little bit later. Run down here, and then gonna go this way. We'll go out there in a minute. Just wanted to show you, there are a lot of cubicula, a lot of bedrooms. So here's one cubiculum. They are actually a bit bigger than most cubicula. I've just decorated them as I think would be appropriate. Again, most of these cubicula, typically in a Roman house, are not very big. Again, this is a bit bigger than what we're used to. Shh, somebody else is sleeping, or trying to anyways. But yeah, so I've decorated. Do we know that they had plants in here? I'm not sure, but this house does have a lot of greenery, and I'll show you that in a second. So maybe they did. Simple bed, little table, somewhere to keep your clothes. Maybe she reads when she's not trying to sleep. Back here is another little bathroom, just underneath some stairs. And we'll go up those stairs now. Well, actually, hold on. Let me show you this. So yeah, this is what I was talking about, the greenery. Just on the other side of this is a nice green space. I'll show you in a moment. But they had plants, like a planter box or something, running across this window and then down that other window too. So beautiful. We've never seen anything like this. Yes, also wood. We find lots of wood in this house. Well, let's go up these stairs. Show you some of the other. Here's another cubiculum. Maybe with this nice view here. Now these bedrooms, here's a cubiculum, here's a cubiculum. These bedrooms don't exist today in this form. We can tell that there was another room up above here, because when you are standing in the floor downstairs, you'll see a definitive line where there was another floor. And you do see some wall, just no ceiling. So that seems to indicate to us that there were other cubicula just above the ones down below. And the same story is true for this room here. Now I've opted for some very simple decoration in this simple hallway here. Would the Romans have left wood out bare like this? Would you be able to see roof tiles? Probably not the roof tiles. The texture, the blocks that I'm using up here sort of prevent me from doing like a nice smooth roof there. But I don't know. It's possible. I can't completely rule that out. And I've left like just a simple wooden floor here. I imagine this place here would have been kind of light, sitting on top of heavier materials. Again, they may have very well used something a bit heavier, maybe even had stone up here. But at any rate, this is my interpretation. Yes, that is a ghost, or at least my attempt at making a ghost. You should speak with him. He'll give you some cool information. But more importantly, behind him is the lararium, the shrine. Guy's pushing me. The shrine of the household gods. This is typical in a Roman house. Why did I put it up here? I don't have any archaeological evidence for that, but it just seemed appropriate, and also because I wanted to be sure to include him, because he gives you a little bit of a history of the house. He's a Samnite warrior, and I guess I could say at least that much. But he'll give you a bit of a background of this house. So I'm gonna run on down here. Would have been awesome to sit up in here and maybe just pop a squat and enjoy the view of a roof, or at least enjoy some of the sunlight, I guess. All right, here's some stairs that will go down. Yes, these stairs were there, so yes. Since I'm here, this fella, excuse me, sir, is guarding, or maybe he's waiting in line. Shouldn't be. There was a toilet underneath these stairs. A latrina. Oh, and yes, glass. Yeah. So here in this hallway, going around no, we'll get out there in a second. The green space out there. It's got a specific name. We'll get there in a second. They had glass, and then they had all this decorative wood trim around. They may have even had shutters. Find lots of wood in Herculaneum, something you don't see in Pompeii, which is really, really cool. All right, here we go. So this is what some people call a peristyle garden. It's not a true peristyle garden. I mean, we can still call it that, but it's probably better to just call it a viridarium or a viridarium. I actually don't know how you'd say that in English. Viridarium, I suppose, is the best way to do that. I'm not sure what happened to that texture there. That's better. Well, anyways, excuse me, ignore that. So, again, we've got lots of green all around and a beautiful little fountain here in the center. The fountain is still standing, or the pool, anyways, I should say. The fountain here, which is, I've decided to make a nymph pouring water out of an amphora, out of a jug. I don't know that was there or not. Probably wasn't. They may have had something else there. But we do know that there was a fountain, at least one, maybe even two fountains in here, and then certainly this pool still stands today. Not a peristyle, although yes, these are kind of columns that go around. So I guess we could maybe call it a peristyle and be relatively true to name, but, well, a viridarium because of all the greenery that we have in here. Well, let's go into this room. So this is the exedra, or I guess in English we might say exedra. This is a large room in none other than lapis lazuli or lapis lazuli. Again, wherever you put the accent is up to you, as far as I'm concerned. Now, they would have had more. There were other better paintings in here, faces and things like that. Again, limited with the textures and the like. But you get the idea. A beautiful space, colored floor, probably some men or some. In my case, I made some philosophers. One of my favorites there, Seneca, and well, you could find these other guys, and they have little sayings there. So they're just talking, hashing out, having a good conversation. And an anquila, a female slave who's probably got some water for anybody who gets thirsty. Let's keep going. More cubicula. Here's one. This one's important because it was in here that a crib was found, a wooden crib. So I guess, now hopefully the baby, I don't recall if they found a child, but they did find the crib. So I've got a lady in here, a wet nurse of sorts who's watching the baby as it sleeps, and I guess got some milk here. Take care of the little guy, little girl, or whichever it may have been, whenever he or she wakes up. Well, let's keep going. Another cubiculum here. Lots of bedrooms. I think I've said that. Let me say it again because there's lots of them. There's the hallway again. There's the fella by the latrina. So I'm going to go into this back corner to take us upstairs. I just, we have some stairs here, and I envisioned that this is probably another cella, another place for storage. Don't know that they found anything back here to identify it. At least I didn't find that in the research. Maybe someone else did. Bedrooms. Again, these bedrooms here don't stand. They no longer exist. We know that they were there, but so the designs, I'm going with something that that I've seen in other houses. So I'm making some conjecture based on other research I've done, and just going with color schemes and patterns there. So these are not indications of what truly was there, nor am I actually able to capture all of that all the time. Now here's another cubiculum. This one's a bit bigger, taller certainly, a bit bigger, a bit more elaborate. Perhaps this is for special guests. Maybe the family was over in those bedrooms, and then special guests, or maybe the adults, the dominus and the domina, maybe they had a bedroom here, or maybe even here in this even larger bedroom. Not certain. Got lots of rooms. This room leads into this room. Fantastic. This is the triclinium, although maybe it's not a triclinium. We actually have, so triclinium means 3 couches, 3 beds, and we've got more than 3 in here. Again, I don't have any evidence for that, but just the sheer size of this space, I thought, certainly they would have had more than 3. So this is my interpretation of alone, of course. And in the event that there were more than 3, we could probably call this a cenatio. Cenatio just being like a basic dining room. But beautiful because you could see the viridarium, and back there is where we're going to head now, is one of the best views in this house. Oh my gosh, guys, check this out. Woo! You hear the sounds? Isn't that great? Yeah, so this is the Mare Nostrum, Nostrum Mare. This is our sea, the Mediterranean Sea. Once upon a time, Herculaneum, or especially this house, sat basically on top of the sea there. Just a little shore down below us, some places like a dock or something where ships are coming in. Of course, that is gone. The land pushes out probably as far as the water that I've constructed for you there. But yeah, so in antiquity, this would have sat on the water, so you can imagine a beautiful view like this. Hey, Sawe, how are you? And then over here we have these. I made them bedrooms, day rooms, probably had some kind of a bed or a couch in them. A place either to sleep for more guests, or maybe just a place to relax during the day, to do some, to do some reading, do some relaxing, just kind of get away from it all for a little bit. And there are 2 of them. Here's the one, and then over here is the other. I've got someone stationed in here just kind of doing what I think I would have done, is just look out at how beautiful that is. So calming, so relaxing, right? House is nearly done, so hang in there. We've got another bedroom, another large bedroom. Again, I try to keep the color schemes and patterns as close as to whatever is available, but again, they're not always. Sometimes it's just very bare walls, and so I just have to make up what I think is reasonable. But anyways, you can certainly see that they tend to get a little less decorated maybe when it's more of a private space, and maybe more decorated when it's more of a public space. It's usually something we can see. Here's a fella pouring a little bit of wine. Maybe he's one of the guests.Maybe he's one of the people that works here in this house. But let's move on to the. So here are the stairs. So we've got got an exit right here. This is just a little hallway that wraps around from there. All right, well, let me slide on out this back door here. All right, maybe pull up in the street and we get turned around. Okay, well, that's it, folks. Just wanted to do a quick run through of that house. I did a ton of research on this house to make this as accurate as I could. I tried to go 1 block is 1 meter, try to use that scale here. Tried to do all the rooms and all the colors that are available today. We can still see a lot of the colors today, which is incredible. Again, just a ton of research on a lot of things that I couldn't even get into because the video is already running long, and if I were to tell you everything, you would have stopped watching 30 minutes ago. So, but I do encourage you all when you are doing your builds. First of all, Conquest Reforged, they've got a great, I think that's one of the best mod packs out there for Roman themed stuff. So go check them out. I've got, when you go to download this map here, I've got a link to that mod for Conquest Reforged as well, so you can download that so you can see this as I built it, and then you can build your own stuff. And then certainly when you do, go to Herculaneum, do some research. Go visit the place, of course, but get online somewhere. Go to a public library. Go visit Herculaneum in that sense. Find a house that you like and build that thing. Do some research, get crazy with it. There's lots of great stuff to be discovered here. Like, how cool is that they have wood here? You guys understand, a volcano erupted? A volcano erupted. And then pyroclastic flows poured over this place, but we still have wood. It's fantastic. And then all those colors remained. So yeah, go do some research. Go get excited about it. Whenever you make something, share it. Show us what you got. Well, anyways, I guess that's it. So I'll say walete for now, and we'll see you in the next one.